Hello, we're live. Bit of a hiccup there, but we should be running now. I quickly realized I hadn't done something and I couldn't change it unless I was not streaming, so I had to quickly stop and start again. Hey Itchbin, how are you doing today on this well, lovely sunny Sunday here? Hey Killer, Water Cave Part 2. Yeah, not quite ready for Part 2 of the Water Cave yet. I've got another Basilo that I've just given birth to, so we got to do that. I've replaced some of my equipment, actually quite a bit of my equipment, to be honest. I had some blueprints and stuff. Obviously, I got a new chibi, which I've now switched from the otter to a different one. I'll show you that in game shortly. So I'll have to start again, getting the XP for that. That's probably the biggest loss, I think, the chibi. But then I'd only got it up one level, almost 2. So it's not a massive loss. It wasn't like I was almost at 5 levels. So no biggie there. So yeah, just a little setback. Waiting for Helicoprion this week. Yes, that's right. 3 days, isn't it? It's coming out on the 20th. Well, I say the 20th. For anyone outside of America, it's more likely going to be the 21st. Usually when it's just one creature, it's usually fairly on time. Like, when I say on time, I mean on the actual day. Unless they're bringing a bigger update with this. So yeah, maybe 21st for anywhere outside of the US. But I am looking forward to the Helicoprion, just to see what it's like, because I've not played the mod version before, and I want to see what this blueprint making stuff is all about. So looking forward to that. Hey Rat, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I saw Nightbot told you off. Yeah, links aren't allowed at the moment. Right, I'll jump back onto Ark in a few minutes. You didn't post a link. Did it have a dot in it in between words? Because I think sometimes the bots might pick up if there's a dot in between the words, it might think it's a link, even though technically it's not a link. Not sure. You play officials, so you know next to nothing about the new creature other than it has to do with blueprints. Yeah, I mean that's the same with me, to be honest. I don't know anything about it besides the blueprints. I'd be surprised, to be honest, if the Helicoprion gets used by a lot of people outside of blueprints. I think I might have said this in one of my videos. I don't think it's going to be, unless I'm mistaken with its abilities and stuff. I don't think it's going to be like a travel mount much for the water. You probably get dismounted by jellyfish and stuff like that. So I think it's probably going to be mainly used at people's bases for the blueprint making stuff. That's what I think it's going to mainly be used for. It's when you put lol. Okay, maybe maybe Nightbot's playing up a bit. I'll keep an eye on that. Hang on, actually, I can see your Let's see. Oh yes, yeah, Killer. You put water cave part 2 dot lol, and there was no space between the 2 and the lol. So the dot, it was thinking 2 dot lol was a link. I think the bots generally can't tell. They distinguish a link by the fact that it's got a dot between 2 characters. I think that's literally how bots determine it's a link. Rather than basing it on something like having HTTPS at the front. The only thing it has is a tail whip that can stun. Right, okay. So similar to like the Baryonyx has like a spinning attack that can stun. I'm not sure there's any other water creatures that have that, so that's fairly useful. Could potentially have been useful in the water cave the other night when I had my Basilo and lost that to the absolute nightmare that the cave was. All right, let me just launch Ark. Spectral mount would have helped too, I guess. You know, I need to focus on the skills tree a bit more, because I've not really done much on it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what would help me in what situations at the moment. I need to do a bit more focus on that. I think to progress, all I need to do is find a deep sea loot crate, and then I've completed another path, so I can get some more skill points. I think that's all I got left to do, and then see what comes up after that. Yeah, I'm in the greenhouse again.
How could a simple meat creature have created me? It's all so humiliating.
Yeah, so it's nighttime now, but I'll see if I can show you my new chibi in the light. We'll go down here. So yeah, the Theris chibi I lost. Let's see. Oh. Got super unlucky in the water cave. There isn't normally many alphas in one spot. Yeah, I knew there were 4 alphas there, but I didn't realize they were so close to one another. And 3 of them ended up coming to my location. I think if it was 1 along with all of those other megalodons and stuff, I probably would have been okay. But yeah, I didn't expect all three to turn up. The skills tree takes a long time to build up. I've been doing that for a few days. Yes, I've heard there's some things like harvesting 5 million resources and stuff as well. I think later on as you get into it, which is pretty insane, to be honest.
I must not intentionally harm my youth.
Yes, it's a car. So it's I think this might have been an event one that I got, which may be why it's blue. I can't quite remember. But yeah, this has replaced my Theris chibi. It's a lovely colour. And yeah. Got to start again on that one. So yeah, I had a Basilo baby growing. Literally, it's just birthed. So it's not got any imprints at this point. One of your skills tree missions is to craft 2500 electronics. It's a shame it's not farming 2500 electronics, because then you could just go to extinction and do it in minutes. So at the moment I got 3 skill points. I'm undecided which route I'm going. I kind of want the imprinter one. What was spectral mount? For the next 15 seconds, your mount becomes spectral. While spectral, it cannot be targeted by wild creatures. It ignores all stamina costs, and you cannot be forcibly dismounted from it. That could have very well helped, to be honest. Yeah. Because if I can't be targeted by wild creatures, then they would have started to swim away to at least let me move, because that was the issue I had. It wasn't that I just didn't leave the scene. I was actually stuck inside them all. Hey Raptor, how you doing? Harvester side makes farm easier. That's this side. Yeah, so all I've got in here is this at the moment, because I want this. And that needs 4, so I've got 3 points. And I could go and kill an Alpha Carno. The reason I hadn't finished that one was because I had one Alpha Carno on the map and it was in the tech cave. So that was a bit pointless. But I've since my death in the water cave, I've now done a dino wipe to clear out the overspawning of sharks. So there might be an Alpha Carno on the map, or I could do a deep sea loot crate. I might have a look to see if there's an Alpha Carno, because I do need to progress that. Is it free to respec? I've not actually looked into that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. It's not as warm today. I think the heat wave is starting to cool down a bit now. Oh, I left them on mating, so this one's got another baby. Okay. Oh, the mind wipe affects the skill tree. Okay. So now when you mind wipe, you've got to remember, if you're mind wiping for other reasons, you've got to remember what you had on the skills tree. So you've got even more to fill in when you do a mind wipe. Kind of annoying, but yeah, it is kind of annoying, but it's not the worst thing. I mean, whenever I mind wipe, I always screenshot certain things, so I would probably just screenshot the skills tree to remember what I had anyway. But I am hoping they add a lot more to the skills tree when Lost Colony comes out. I'd be surprised if it's just what they've got at the moment. 8 minutes. I think I've got a baby Theris as well growing, which has a mutation. Or do I? Yeah, 72 points in damage. So this is a new damage mutation. The heat's hitting a bit hard in Spain. I've heard out in like Spain and Portugal, it's crazy. I think over the summer it's been like over 40 degrees and stuff. I don't think I'd be able to cope with that in the UK. That would be crazy. Wildcard says it's the first part of the skills tree. Right. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully, more of it will come then when Lost Colony officially releases. So I am looking for 83 points in health. That's all I'm interested in. 83. Yeah, it's one of the things we don't really get in the UK that much is like wildfires and stuff. I have been seeing it on the news for other countries in Europe. Come on. I need to expand this water pen as well. It's way too small for basilos. What's it doing? It's funny how the crack egg button on the incubator is still the one from ASE's GUI. Oh, is it? They need a crackle or something just to make it easier. Come on, all these eggs. I need a health mutation. See, this is why I need a crackle. Or have it auto-select the next egg so I can just spam this button. Oh, that's got a new color. 201. I wonder what that color looks like. It's not. I think it's the same as this. Or is it? No. 201. It looks quite nice. Dark purple. Might actually keep that color. See what it's like. Would be nice to have. Yeah, I keep on intending to do a very quick recording of me clicking on all 10 eggs and then tweeting it out to the devs and asking for a crack all button or have it auto select the next one. I keep meaning to do that. I just haven't got around to it. I mean, it's not like, you know, high priority thing or anything like that, or game breaking or anything, but they do sometimes do these quality of life things in between bug fixes and stuff, so I don't see why not. Here we go. The 227. 222. Right, so those two are going to grow to be my replacements for the Basilo that I lost, and I realised I've got a better saddle. Well, not as good as the one I lost, because that was an Ascendant, like 119 or something, but this is better than the one that I currently have at the moment. Prime meat jerky. I think I did get some of those actually, from the drops the other night, but then I lost that in the cave as well, I think. Made a post asking for a way to keep throwing stuff from your inventory without needing to spam the drop button on console, but had no luck. How do you spam on the console? Is it just pressing like the trigger button or the A button or something? Because like for PC, it's you just you spam the O button. %45%. I'm assuming they're going to keep the taming method for the Helicoprion the same, because I think the mod version requires the use of loot drop stuff. I think you have to feed it stuff that you get specifically from loot drops.
I was having such a nice user-free dream.
Yeah, you can hold O on keyboard, but yeah, I can imagine it's inconvenient having plugging a keyboard in. The mod version was already nerfed for Blueprint months ago. In what way was it nerfed? Because I suspect it will probably include that nerf. It will probably be released as it is now, I guess.
Everything in its place.
2 minutes, 6 minutes. Right, so that's the baby sorted. I needed to put my beehive up. Before a nerf, a new tame Helicoprion have in average 45 to 50% of conversion rate. After nerf, it's more 20%. That's quite a drop. Oh yeah, I forgot the bees attack you. That's quite a lot of health. That's over 100 health just from accessing the beehive. Not sure what ghillie I've got. Let's have a look. Gauntlets, boots, boots. Oh, almost everything. Do they still attack if you don't quite have everything? Oh, there we go. Now I've got everything. Can't remember how long a single rare flower lasts. But I should have plenty for it to last quite a while. You need a full suit. I know that I'll keep forgetting. Every time I go to get honey from it, I'll forget. Which isn't a massive issue, but over 100 health is quite a significant chunk. So I need to expand my water pen as well. So I can go out here. And then I can go up to here. Oh, I wasn't looking where I was going, running into the wall. Just Jess, hello. Welcome to the stream. Just popping in to say I love your content. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I certainly do my best to make some good and interesting videos. This weekend's one was a bit of an oddball. Wasn't one that I was intending on making, but then there wasn't any Ark news to talk about either. There was literally nothing in the crunch. I've only got 5 pillars left. What's this one need? 2.5 minutes. $30 seconds. Cuddle. The balls on that slot criticus community manager though. Yeah, I mean, it probably was like an off the cuff remark. I know how bad it can get when players aren't happy. The discords can get really toxic and stuff, and I know it can get frustrating. But when you're in a community manager role, it does, and you shouldn't be attacked and stuff like that, but it does come, the whole dealing with the players and your customer base comes with it. You need to be able to control yourself in what you say, but then maybe it wasn't even a frustration thing. Maybe that's just what they think. I don't know, really. But yeah, it did get me. It did get me, to be honest. But I do understand that it might have not come across the way that he intended, possibly. My vids are like a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Jess. The other guy's at least nice. Zed Swell. He's because he's not even community manager. He's a level designer, but he does he's been doing the streams and stuff, which I think is what they needed to do. The community manager should really do that. People would love the Ark devs in for Ascended to do live streams. But I can understand why Wildcard don't do live streams, to be honest. You're in a weird funk right now where you don't really want to play Ark, but still want to keep up with it. Yeah, I keep on taking breaks from Ark quite regularly, to be honest. And then start coming back to play it. But I do take a lot more breaks these days than I used to, and I think part of that's to do with the fact that it's the same maps that I'm playing, that I've played in Evolved. I literally do need oh man. Lost. I literally need Lost Colony, I think, really to get my my long-term interest back. The Ark Discord is extremely toxic, but we never see Dolly have this takes. No. I just Dolly, regardless of whether Dolly would think that herself or not, which I'm pretty sure she wouldn't, I think she knows when not to say certain things. And the person that the community manager was responding to said themselves it would where's my ladders? Oh, of course. Said it would have been better if you just didn't respond, to be honest. My doggo has followed me. That's so annoying. As soon as you jump on a raft, your doggo will respawn. Like this. And then he won't walk off here because he'll fall into water. It's so frustrating. And he can't jump. He can't jump up there. Oh. I'll leave him. People on Twitter and Discord definitely behave like animals sometimes. People that don't seem to get the bigger picture. Yeah, there are some crazy people out there that literally don't look at the bigger picture or think any wider than their actual issues themselves. And there's so many people that just say like complain, why haven't you fixed the crashes? Well, it's like there's not one single crash and there's not one single fix for all the crashes. So it's like, well, they are fixing crashes. They're just not necessarily fixing the crashes that those players specifically are experiencing themselves. I see that a lot. And I do my best these days to not respond to stuff like that. Because it just gets me hot and bothered. Currently waiting Valguero because it's a map you never really played on 11k hours. I didn't really play much on Valguero when it came out in ASE. I did do the boss fight, I think, once, because that's got three bosses. So I remember doing the boss fight, but I don't really remember much else about the map. And I got no idea where I built a base. So it is going to be fairly new to me. I'll probably recognize some of it when I go onto the map, but yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. Do 10. Ah, 20. Hey Heather, how are you doing? Ark is going okay. A bit of a setback on Friday night, but yeah, it's going okay. We're just expanding. I'm expanding the water pen because there's not much room for the basilos, but I'm also doing it because I'm intending on taming a Helicoprion next week when it comes. So I thought I'd just increase the space a bit more, get it ready. Is my doggo actually breathing? Presumably it is. I find Jess that all right, Christ, look at him. Yeah, his oxygen does go down. I find that when a new map comes out, it gets my interest in playing again, but it doesn't last long, which is unfortunate because I was hoping that, like, when Aberration came out, that it would get me playing again a lot, and I didn't really play much on the map, which is why I'm hoping that Lost Colony will be different, because it's going to be completely new. Nobody's experienced it before. I might do some guides on it and stuff like that. So that I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now, where am I going with this? You want something harder, like no text. The end game is a bit boring. I think it could potentially be a harder survival, because I think a lot of the map is going to be water based, snow based. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be cold for most of the map, which I think will make it. It's kind of like Scorched Earth when that first came out, and it was completely new and different from the island, and the heat was quite a struggle, especially if you're starting there brand new, not transferring your survivor. So I got a feeling it could be something like that. How frustrating. I'm quite sure where I'm going with that. Them eyes. Yeah, the dog was literally right in front of my face. If I can move this like this... Is that my doggo? Nope. That's a coal. Oh, here we go. Now he can come out and not go in the water. Dumb dog. Dumb dog. Lost Colony's definition looks interesting. I'm very excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. There we go. What? Why? Why did it do that? Thing with ASA's Aberration is that it has a lot of visual issues and inconsistencies that just make me not enjoy it that much. Yeah, I kind of felt that it also changed quite a lot. I was so familiar with the ASC version and where I had my base, and then when I got onto Aberration on Ascended, I couldn't even recognize where I was when I was looking for my original base spot. It was just so different. Actually, let's switch you off for now. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? How are you doing on this lovely Sunday, assuming it is still Sunday for you? Maganberry. Superior kibble. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. Dragonberry. Right, so I am building my pen extension, but it's frustrating that the range of the trough is circular and not square, because I've tried to mimic the circular range, but it doesn't really make sense in terms of when it gets to here. I think what I'm going to have to do is remove these two. As soon as you said hi, a bunch of issues on Monarchy community server popped up. Got to do some admin things. Okay, no worries, Hadut. No worries. The admining of the Monarchy servers are pretty important. I haven't actually been on the community Monarchy server. I remember being offered the opportunity at one point. This is going to be very crooked. It doesn't quite go. It doesn't quite go over. Not too bad. Curious to see the next dev kit update with Helicoprion. Maybe more information on Lost Colony of Algero. I'm looking forward to the next dev kit update so I can have a look around and do some searches and stuff, because you know I'm always doing that. And searches in the actual dev kit files rather than just the stuff that's inside the dev kit, but the files themselves. I didn't find anything in the last dev kit update, which was quite a while ago now. There was nothing new, because I think all they really did with the last dev kit was they added all of the stuff from the Lost Colony pass into the dev kit, and I couldn't see anything in there that was new that we didn't already know about that was in the pass. So yeah, I always look forward to dev kit updates, but I don't have the beta installed. I only have the main version. I don't have space to install the beta, so I constantly, every time they update the beta, I've got to wait until it comes out in the main. Every time you try to tame a car, when you trap the dino, go feet away, dinos get out of the trap somehow, like glitches out of the trap. Can I tell Wildcard to fix that? It depends on what type of trap you're setting up. Because they can get loose if there's a certain sizable gap. If it's not like a watertight gap, a watertight trap. Oh, look at him sitting up there. Ah. I love taking screenshots in my photo mode. I just spam a screenshot all day long. Where were we? I've rolled up the chat a bit. I've missed a few. You hope they go back to the pre-UE 5.5 maps and change them a bit if they upgrade to 5.6. Yeah, I don't think they'll go back to the maps until all the maps are out, at least up until Fjordor. I don't know about Lost Colony and Lost Island and Crystal Isles, but I don't think they'll go back to maps until after the main stuff is out. But that's not to say they won't ever go back to them. I'd like them to go back to them, to be honest, because I think it would improve things quite a bit. I've noticed they've been using some 5.6 stuff in the trailers. I think Kudakos said at one point that I think in maybe the Lost Colony Pass trailer, I think Kudakos said that they had used some 5.6 stuff, maybe 5.6 Lumen or something in the trailer, but it's not, I don't think it's being used in the game. It's just being used in the trailers at the moment. But they did say that they were only going to do engine updates once a year, I think. So I'm not sure when they're intending on upgrading from 5.5. But I wouldn't expect it till next year. The fabricated crossbow. Yes, there's nothing in the dev kit besides one file, if I'm right, and it doesn't actually. It's not an asset file, so you can't actually see what it looks like. From what I remember, there was only the one. That's very blue. Yes. I think I might have got it in an event. I can't remember when I got it, because I'm only using it now because I lost my Theras chibi on Friday. So I needed a replacement, and I found this one in one of my storage units. But yeah, it's very, very blue. Helena was animated with 5.6 metahuman version. Right, yes. I remember Chris talking about something to do with that. I wasn't quite sure what it was that had used 5.6. So I am Berry. Hello? Hello, Pelagornis. Where are you going? The gap between 5.5 and 5.6 is not huge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All they said was that they were going to do an upgrade probably on a yearly basis, but I don't know if they're intending on doing smaller upgrades and stuff, or whether it will be the bigger upgrades on a yearly basis. It might depend on how significant it changes things, to be honest. What did I run out of? Walls. .6 might help a ton of performance because the way they do foliage is completely different. Bye, Michael. Thanks for popping into the stream. Huddle. We'll go on a swim. Come on. There we go. What's flying around here? Cat's scaring something off. Oh, it's probably this. There we go. It's not picture perfect, but it will do, and most of it is in range of the trough, so I shouldn't have too much. I shouldn't really have anything to worry about of anything moving outside of the range. And it's fairly deep. It's not as shallow as the rest. And now I just gotta pick all this up. The one thing I love about Ascended is that you don't lose all the structures above if you take away all the what do you call it, the supports. I think that's a massive improvement. Thing you're most interested in apart from Lost Colony is how much will the better optimized 5.5 materials affect Astrios? Has he said when that's happening? Or he doesn't usually give ETAs and stuff, does he? Yeah, structure pickup, huge improvement. Because in Ark Survival Evolved, you would literally just lose everything above. Look at that, it's fantastic. That might be it. He said no ETA. Yeah. Nakatus doesn't like giving ETAs, and I completely understand why he doesn't. I love ETAs because it kind of gives me an idea of when to expect to do certain bits of content and stuff. But I completely understand why Wildcard are trying not to put out as many ETAs these days. So my cosmetics, what we got? I think it's 1. And the pillars, I think, are 2. We go, and then the pillars. Oh, I need to add more pillars. Oh, balls. Maybe next Astrios update this winter. Has he sort of suggested that? Because I remember when he suggested the summer update, he did that quite a bit in advance, but like no specific ETA or anything, just said the summer. I did play on Extinction for quite a while, more than I played on Aberration, to be honest. But I still have the issue of terminals not showing up on Extinction. So every time I go over there, I get lost. Like I get stuck there, so I can't find the terminal, and it takes me forever to find one. To the point where I have to end up using cheat commands to fly around the map until I find a terminal. It's frustrating. Dark Emperor Rises, hello. How are you today? I keep forgetting we're doing imprints, aren't we? 15 seconds. I've fallen a bit behind on this one. 62% maturation, 60% imprint. Oh no, I've not fallen behind. Do imprint in 4 seconds. For now, we know nothing about the Astros update apart from the material thing, and that it will include the desert area. To be honest, winter does sound sort of like the time that it could be, because I think 6 months apart could very well be. The right sort of time for an update. You usually go to the ones in the wasteland. Right, I'm usually flying around the sanctuary or the city, whatever you call it. Constantly flying around. And to be honest, I think the one that I find is the same one every time. But every time I go to the map, I completely forget where it's meant to be. I might like put a bed down by it or something just to remind myself of where it is. But I'm pretty sure it's always the same one. I didn't actually need that one there, so I might pick that one up. There we go. That side is done. I'm not sure I'm going to need to... Can I get out, please? Thank you. I'm not sure I'm going to need to open this side up, to be honest. I think that's quite a big enough area for now. Ready for the Helicoprion on Wednesday or Thursday? Probably Thursday for the UK. That will probably be a day for a stream, I think, if I jump on after that update. Can I have some food, please? There we go. Sit. Sit. An update for Christmas is pretty logical. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it is. But then we got Lost Colony coming in December as well. The fact that they've put Valguero literally right at the end of September suggests to me that Lost Colony is more likely to be late December, which I always find frustrating. If it's any time after the 23rd of December, I always find it frustrating because it's literally Christmas. And and I'm not big on playing games and stuff over Christmas. I'm much bigger on doing family stuff over Christmas. Let's also take into account he's working on Valguero. Yes, he is also working on Valguero. Cyan, Cuddle. No shot, Lost Colony comes out in December, early next year seems more likely. I don't know, because originally it was coming in November. They didn't give an actual date for it, but it was coming in November. And then they moved it to December. So unless they're looking at like the 31st of December, I got a feeling it will still come December. It won't get pushed to January, only because they originally intended on November. So I think a month pushback is probably pretty much what we'll get. But it is wildcard we're talking about, so I could easily be wrong on that front. Need that 83 health. Wildcard work on Lost Colony since start of the year, so December would be a good date. Yeah. Yeah. Forgotten here. Completely new map with new mechanics, which hasn't been a thing since original Gen 2. Yeah, I mean it does depend on what they're doing with it. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of new stuff in it compared to what we saw in like the Genesis maps and stuff. But yeah, I'm still sticking to December, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be late December, after the 28th of December. That's pretty much what I'm going with. Right. So now that I've got that done, can't really go anywhere whilst they're wanting imprints, unless I cryo them. I might cryo them, and go back out into the water. You got some hype for Genesis Maps remake. I don't know how I feel about Genesis 1. I'm not sure whether I'm looking forward to it or not, to be honest. It wasn't a huge map that I spent a lot of time on in Evolved, besides doing the missions and stuff. Come on. Look, he's right there. Stop messing about.
Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
Thanks for the follow, Tia. My slanderous friend. How are you doing today? Hey Chris, how you doing? I am doing really, really well. We had a bit of a loss, a bit of a setback on Friday, where we got killed. So I lost my Basilo in one of the water caves, and obviously I got myself killed and lost everything on me. Lost my level 1 chibi, so I've had to start again with a new chibi, but I got a really nice Kaka chibi, nice and blue, so I'm quite pleased about that. But yeah, my death was all the way over there, so it was yeah, this water cave over here, I got ambushed by 3 or 4 alpha megalodons all in the same area, and it just I literally couldn't move. Quite frustrating. I didn't do all of the missions on Gen 1. I'm not sure if all of them are possible as a solo player. I can't remember. You could sleep all day. Temps dropped from 33 to 17 overnight. Yeah. It's cooler. It's actually quite warm in the UK today, but certainly nowhere near as hot as it has been. And I think, why is that not opening? I think the heat waves come to an end in the UK now, so it should be getting a lot nicer. Why is F not working? Well, it does. Something's gone wrong. You grinded all missions for Beta Master controller, so unofficial. I'm definitely crazy too. Yeah. I can't pick him up. But I can access my inventory. I might have to relog. Something's gone wrong. Yeah. Relog is your typical switch it off and on again. IT support. Relog fixes all your problems. Kind of. You can do reconnecting the console. I always forget about that. It's something I haven't done for a long time. Look, this bugger's now here. Look what my base looks like without skins. It's horrible. Look, it's awful. And I've got a mix of wood and stone. There we go. Wait. Stay. Hey, Critical Cow. How are you doing today? Let's get this fella moved. I do need to move him somewhere. I need a new platform. Not sure where I'm going to build it.
Thank you very much. That's about it. Thanks everyone in the room for being good sports. Thank you for watching at home.
Thank you for the subscription. I think I caught the name. Save that. She. I'm not quite sure. On Twitch's rules on naughty words. But I think that's what it was. Tia, thank you for the subscription. Very, very kind. Thank you guys. I literally got affiliate on Friday. So I got it on Friday, but I think it got confirmed yesterday. So I was setting up the little sort of alert thing yesterday, and I am working on. Getting some emotes. So I don't have any emotes at the moment. There's one, my usual emote, which is currently awaiting approval. But I'm getting some special emotes created, 3 of them at the moment, just to see what they're like before I go ahead and get any more. I'm quite looking forward to that. But yeah, thank you guys very much. That's the skin issue you were referring to. Yeah, so whenever you log on, the structures take a little while to appear. And then the skins take even longer to appear. It's not a huge issue. It's just I find it quite frustrating, to be honest. I forgot what I was doing. I needed to get my scuba gear. You have a founder's badge now. Yes, I think founder's badge is given to the first 10, I think. So I think I've got 3 seven slots left for a founder badge. You almost were the first sub, yeah. You're not coming for a swim. I won't use that just yet. For you, it's always a 50-50 chance if they appear. What, the skins? The only times that I've not had the skin appear at all is when there was when there was an update. Nakatis had put an update out on the Astrios cosmetics. And because the cosmetics stuff is a client mod, you're still able to get onto the server. That's the only time I didn't have I didn't have them appear. Get those 7 spots filled. Yeah, get your founder badge whilst you can. Right, I might. I don't want to waste the oxygen in that, but I might use the dino finder. 8 megalodons. 1 there. Oh, there's no Moses. Yeah, I just think if I turned my skins off now, my base would look awful. Because I think quite a lot of my base is a mix of wood and stone. I haven't necessarily kept to the same theme. And of course they're all painted now as well, which looks nice. The paint looks nice on the skins, but they wouldn't necessarily look nice without the skins on. Okay, this way. You got the quantum structures mod, but custom cosmetics are usually a pain to deal with for big bases. Yeah. You wonder if this stream is considered a slander stream. It is. Absolutely slanderous stream. That's all I do from now on. Slanderous content. Makes things a bit more interesting. Here we go. I do laugh at it now. The whole slander comment. I do laugh at it now. It still frustrates me that a community manager would say something like that. But at the end of the day, it's not worth getting upset over. I do usually see the funny side of things, of certain things. But I thought it was quite good to see the community reaction to it, because I did think when I was originally doing a video on it, I did think I might just get lots of comments saying that I'm making a fuss about nothing. But I was quite pleased to see what the community response was to it overall. Yeah, it does. And to be honest, I don't really know the community manager at all. I've never had any reason to speak to them or anything like that. I know Zed Swirl a bit more because I've watched his streams, so I know what he's like. So I don't know what the community manager's like and whether that's the sort of person they are anyway. And I don't know if there was anything that built up to that beforehand. But yeah, when you're claiming to be the sole face of a product, you shouldn't be claiming your the content creators the average content creator is slanderous. If you're gonna claim that you're the sole face of the product. And I'm not sure why they made that comment about being the sole face. Why don't you just say you're the community manager, because that's what you are? Why point out that you are the sole face of the product? I kind of feel there was quite a bit of arrogance in that, arrogance or ego or both, in that comment. I've not got my... I thought I put my thingy on. Right, get rid of a load of this. The moment you sort of want a snail's disrespect absolutely everyone in the community like that, I honestly wasn't surprised. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was surprised, to be honest. As I say, I don't really know what they're like, so I'm not sure what to expect of them, but it's just not something I'd expect from a community manager. And I get there are channels that will do slander based content on Ark and stuff. I don't know of any channels really that do nothing but slander, because slander is quite a strong word. I know there's channels that constantly complain about Ark, but I wouldn't say they necessarily are slanderous channels. But to claim that it's average channel. And what also frustrated me was the fact that these average channels, a lot of them have been involved with Ark for the last decade. So 10 years of creating content. And then you get a community manager from a new studio that was only formed last year coming into that community to work on a product that we've supported for 10 years, and then to claim that the average channel is full of slander. It's just, I don't know, it was just a really, really bad take.
Thank you very much. That's about it. Thanks everyone in the room for being good sports. Thank you for watching at home.
Killer, thank you very much for the subscription. And as Ricky Gervais said, thank you everyone for watching, and watching at home, presumably if you are at home. But I do appreciate it, everyone that's subscribing. I really do appreciate it. It's taken me a while to get into streaming. It's been something that I've wanted to do for ages. But I never really had the right setup for it, or the right like the space for it and stuff like that. So it has taken me quite a while to get here. Where am I going? Oh, down. Oh, it's deep down here. Megalodons aren't that often down this deep. Oh, here we go. Read the room. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a feeling that they probably don't work over the weekend, so I don't know whether they will have seen any of this. And whether they'll say anything. They probably won't say anything in the Discord or anything, to be honest. 6 founder badges to go. Yes. Is it?
Not the mama.
I think it's 5 now, isn't it?
Not the mama.
Yes. Thanks for the follow, Killer. Oh, look. Everyone's come to join the party now. In all honesty, your creative development and upgrades in the past years is really impressive. I'm cheering with you every new milestone you reach. Thank you, Tia. Thank you very much. I definitely have made quite a lot of changes this year, to be honest. It's something that I wanted to try and do some big changes this year. I'm already thinking about extra life streams, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for that yet. See, the thing with extra life streams, now that I'm streaming, is I like to create the news videos as and when stuff's being revealed on the stream, on the event stream. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to play it this time, but I'm quite looking forward to it. What we got? 19 levels. Oh, I wanted a bit more stamina. You'd prioritize the news. Yeah, I think I probably will. I mean, I don't need to necessarily stream on the days, because I think some creators stream like before or after the stream and stuff. So where am I going? Yeah. I think I was trying to build a base over on Herb Island. I haven't been to it for months, but I think I had an Anki. I thought you could get through that. Damn surfactinous. Clouds look really good on PC. Used to them looking so terrible. What are you on a PlayStation? I can't remember what you said. Where can I can't remember how I get in here. I'm so used to it being open on Evolved. Whoa, what's... Oops. I wasn't meant to press. I was not meant to click. Why am I eating that? I do keep the clouds on. I don't switch them off. I know a lot of people do switch them off. But yeah, I keep them on. I mean, it does get grainy. Like that up there right now. I'm not sure how... Oh, it stopped. Like that. I think you can see it. Like, it's when I briefly move. And then it stops. Little things like that. But yeah, I always keep it on. You need to turn clouds off for double FPS. Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it looks really nice with the clouds on, but when it impacts your gameplay and you have to turn it off, it's really disappointing. Especially when, you know, it's a remaster with a better engine, better graphics, and then you've kind of got to switch some of that off. So I was building something here a long time ago. I was building a base here, which is pitch black. I was going to build a greenhouse over here. I was trying to do something interesting around this tree. But I found that I can't put any walls or anything along here without knocking down the tree. And then you can't rebuild the tree using the regrow stuff. And I can't put any along there, so it kind of ruins the effect. And then I was building steps all the way up to here. I completely forgot about all of this. I was meant to do this fabulous build, this fabulous Greek build, but then I got distracted with other things and completely forgot. Have I ever considered reviewing mods? I don't get many content creators reviewing stuff like that for Ark. I have considered it sometimes. I know there are some people that do mod reviews, and some people that do premium mod reviews. I don't know if they buy the mods each time themselves, or they get a key. But yeah, it's not something that I've sort of really considered about doing it at the moment. But it's always a possibility. It's just that if I want to do a mod review, I kind of feel like I need to spend quite a bit of time using and playing the mod to get a full understanding of it, so that I can do a proper review. And this is one of the reasons why I stick mainly to Ark news, as opposed to other games. Is I completely forgot my doggo was on companion again. He's popping up everywhere. He's gone for a swim.
Not the mama. Not the mama.
Hey, Hard Target, thank you for the follow. it's really small text on the screen. I need to make it bigger because I can't read the names. But yeah, when I've tried doing news on other games, I found that I really need to have a lot of experience with the game, understand what it's about, so that when I'm talking about the news and when I'm talking about changes and updates, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's what I have with Ark. But I don't really have it with any other games because I don't have the time to commit myself to other games like I have Ark over the years. I don't want to be somebody that watches news relating to other games that you might just dip in and out of, and then cover that news, because you're just literally regurgitating the news as opposed to sort of having any sort of real knowledge around it and how changes actually impact the gameplay. So with mods, I kind of feel like I would need to spend quite a bit of time playing with the mods, and with a full-time job, and doing content creation in my spare time, I don't really have time for it. But it is something that I'll always consider if the time is right. Wouldn't a plant mod help with that tree? I don't know. Possibly. Possibly. I've not really looked at like plant mods or anything. Get your surfactinous face out of my face. You can't outswim these on a Basilo. They're too fast. I don't know how mod review videos do, to be honest. Hey, there's Narcolon. I don't see too many of them. Yeah, I don't know how well mod review videos do, to be honest. I don't really watch them myself. But I've not really sort of paid attention to how well they do on other channels. You mean the one from Bob's Tall Tales? I can't think of what that is. In terms of a plant mod. You can dig out trees in Bob's Tall Tales and put them in a plot and change size even. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That might work, actually. I might actually do that around my main base over here, to be honest. That might look quite good, actually. What did I get my chibi up to? Ah, oh, look at that. Very close to the first level. 2,500 to go. Where am I going now? Kitty. Come on, doggo. Ah, you dumb dog. Come on, doggo. Here we go. Sit. I'll go for another quarter of an hour. Get my Theris out. So for those of you that haven't seen my Theris, let me get one of my boss Theris out that I've recently got going. So they're 100% imprinted. So I think they hatch with something like about 15,000 health. So just shy of 18 after 100% imprint. And they got 643 melee. So this is the boss team that I've just popped out. And they're just passively getting levels and stuff, XP and levels in cryos while I'm doing other things. I need to make some more saddles for them, but yeah, I'd say I'm going to be using them for the alpha brood and the alpha monkey next. But whilst they're growing, whilst they're leveling, I'm still increasing the mutations and stuff. So this one's got a new damage mutation that I'm just waiting for it to finish growing. And try and get that combined. And I'm now waiting for a... damn. I'm now waiting for... a health mutation. So I need 83 points on health. I've got this one in there. It's not got a mutation that I want, but it's got a color that I might want, the 201 dark purple. I'm going to see what that looks like at some point. But I need 83 health. And I've gone through so many eggs recently that you'd think that you'd get at least one health mutation. No. Cuddle. So that's already got 64 levels to go into it. Or was it 46? 46 or 64, I can't remember what way around it was. So it's already got at least half of the levels that you can put into it. Right, well, I'm just waiting for that now. So I think I might call it call it a day there, I think. Ten to 6. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'll call it an end there. I'm hoping to get to the point fairly soon of doing the alpha bosses. I just need to, I think I need 5 more saddles. But I think my blueprint is on a different map, so I need to open up the server for that map and go and get it. And I need to make a load of cakes, which I've just set the beehive up for. And what else do I need? I think that's about it. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that soon. We'll see when we get around to that, but I'll definitely be doing that on a stream. There is stuff that I do gameplay wise off stream, but bosses and stuff I will keep for the streams. I'm quite looking forward to that. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you to all the new followers and the new subscribers on Twitch for my new affiliate connections with Twitch. I'm very grateful. I will probably look to maybe stream again on Tuesday. Not 100% on that yet. And probably Thursday if the Helicoprion comes out on time on Wednesday, probably Thursday for the UK. So yeah, Tuesday, maybe Thursday. But yeah, thank you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.